Coming up on News 3, a group of women take a walk to remember.
And 3 nail polishes you may want to stay away from.
This time of year, many MTSU students begin stressing out, and you'll figure out why.
All those stories plus your latest weather, News 3 starts right now.
Live from Studio 2 in the College of Mass Communications from the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, this is the News 3 Report.
Still ahead on News 3, MTSU adds a new major in the fall.
And some students are head over heels for a great cause. All those stories plus your latest weather.
Still ahead on News 3, a few MTSU students travel back in time.
And meanwhile, MTSU students walk to end cancer. That's coming up next on News 3. Still ahead on News 3, tensions are rising as students get closer to the finish line.
However, good luck awaits students on the way out.
Former MTSU football players Justin Atkins and Shalom Alvarez have been dismissed from the program after videos surfaced on Snapchat of them brutally punishing a puppy in their apartment. This video has caused an outrage from different people stating that it is animal abuse.
I think that it's the right call for something like this. As a dog owner, I personally wouldn't do it to my own dog, and I'd hate seeing someone do it to another dog, especially as little as that dog was. Have I seen worse before? Yeah, but I think that if you're just disciplining a dog, there's no reason to put it on Snapchat.
The history of athletes and animal cruelty dates back to the 2007 dogfighting case where star football player Michael Vick was found guilty on charges of animal cruelty and running a dogfighting ring. He was sentenced to 23 months in prison. Animal rights organizations like PETA are heavily involved in issues pertaining to animal rights and was a huge factor in Vick's case. The MTSU football players were dismissed, but some people think this was too harsh.
I think that they made a very poor decision on putting the video on Snapchat and publicizing that they were beating the dog. I feel like that it did go to the extreme by them getting kicked off. I feel like they should just be suspended.
Rutherford County Pet Adoption has also been involved in the case as well.
College director Michael Gregory released a statement expressing his appreciation for all those concerned with the case.
Like Victor Benz are avid supporters of the football program and have mixed feelings about the issue.
I think it's sad. I think it's sad that they were abusing a dog like that. I think discipline is necessary for a dog, but I don't think it should come to physical abuse.
Pro-choice or pro-life? Either way, the decision is up to the state, and Brianna Clark tells us why that decision has yet to be made.
Last week, Tennessee lawmakers met to make the decision on banning abortions after a heartbeat is detected. The bill would protect viable fetuses except in the case of a medical emergency. But the bill was put on hold after the Attorney General's opinion had not been reviewed, making some feel like they're avoiding it.
I feel like Tennessee is just delaying the problems that needs to be dealt with. I feel like they're putting it on the back burner so they can wait and give themselves time to think about what they need to do instead of just dealing with the problem head on.
The bill also includes further testing to determine viability if a woman is at least 20 weeks pregnant. At that point in the pregnancy, the mother would know the sex of the baby, making some people question the bill.
You know, it's like the 20 weeks like timeline. I feel like 20 weeks is a little late. The baby's already halfway made.
Though the bill will prohibit abortions after 20 weeks, unless there's a medical issue, abortion still can be administered by a licensed physician before that time period. All in all, the bill has yet to move forward because of the pre-existing laws that could prohibit the pre-viability of termination of a pregnancy, leaving some wondering if the bill will even be passed.
You're going to know the sex of the baby by that time, and yeah, it's pretty much too late. People don't try to, when you know the sex of the baby, people don't try to get an abortion then.
We all have things we go through when it comes to our own lives. How about we take a glimpse of the world in the eyes of others?
On President Donald Trump's order, U.S. warships launched 59 military missiles at the airbase on Syrian's government. The airbase was a response to a chemical weapon attack that killed dozens of civilians earlier during the week. The Syrian weapons killed at least 70 people, 10 children among those deaths. Syrian president denied using chemical weapons and blamed rebels for the carnage. A man's refusal to give up his seat on a United Airlines flight led to a disturbing scene. The incident was recorded and posted on social media, showing 3 Chicago security officers dragging the man down the aisle by the arms and legs. The Department of Transportation said it will review the incident and has not yet responded. The death of Paul Walker is still being felt by his Fast and Furious franchise co-stars. The latest installment, The Fate and the Furious, debuts in theaters Friday without its star. Walker died in a car crash in 2013, just as he was completing filming of Furious 7. Co-star Michelle Rodriguez says the death of Walker and his absence is the reason why the 8th film in the franchise is darker than the rest.
For more than 100 years, Middle Tennessee State University has offered a broad selection of studies for its students. In fact, the college is proud to announce the introduction of its African American Studies major. And as I had the chance to find out, students interested in the subject will have a lot to look forward to. Starting in the fall, students will be able to officially declare a major in African American Studies, or Africana Studies as the program will be named. This comes as big news as the university's black student population reaches over 20%. For many students, the new major just makes sense.
A lot of us don't know where we come from, and we don't know much of our history, especially in public schools. So the fact that it's in our institutions, it shows that, we are something.
The major is said to set out to enhance students' perspectives about the world around them, all in hopes of making them more well-rounded individuals in the career field of their choice. Students will be offered an array of classes that will examine African Americans, the culture, the heritage, and the importance.
They will be required to take classes from history, English, sociology, psychology, political science.
Dr. Bynum went on to show the extensive list of classes that will be offered as both required and elective courses. Subjects like Black women as writers, history of Black gospel music, and civil rights politics, just to name a few. The class selection may be broad and embracing, but with the university's non-Black population being over 80%, the major may be present, but will interest in signing up for it be present as well. Students like Gavin Hillsman think that explaining the big picture is all that it will take.
You learn those historical aspects and how we can make forward social gains throughout the entirety of the nation, not just with African American people. And if that's explained, then the interest will definitely grow in it, I believe.
As professors continue to do their part to promote the new major and gain student interest, the outlook on its success seems promising. And for Brandon, he hopes the knowledge being put forth will show.
We are somebody, we are phenomenal people.
In efforts to promote more interest, the African American Studies program will sponsor a field trip to the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center on April 7th through the 9th. For more details about the trip or the major, contact Dr. Thomas L. Bynum.
1911 is the year it all began, when a penny had buried underneath the horseshoe. It had the exact same year the university was founded. Coincidence? Years later, alumni, students, and fans are encouraged to touch the blue horseshoe for good luck. Right beside the MTSU Raider Walk lies the university's good luck charm. The blue horseshoe is said to bring success to students and seniors who paid a visit right before graduation.
You hope that that good luck does, transfer to you from all of the other graduates. So I'm really excited, and that's the reason why I want to do it when I graduate.
The horseshoe is a symbol quite common in Egypt, a charm used to protect against any form of evil and bring good. Hanging it upside down would allow the power to spill out. Some students just seem to walk past it, or may still be waiting on their luck to happen.
My friend was like, oh, go touch this horseshoe. It didn't really work for the test. The test, I ended up making like a 50.
While others are continuing to stick to the tradition.
For an intramural basketball game, I decided to touch it, give me some good luck, and I went out there and balled.
The blue horseshoe has been on campus for more than a century. There's enough luck to go around for everyone. There are many historical statues on the MTSU campus. It's up to you to get more involved.
Yeah, there's so many final projects to do, especially in this one class, News 3. It's just honestly, it's killing me on top of other classes, but but I'll push through, I guess.
While majority of students are registering for next semester, seniors are left asking what's next. When the countdown for life after graduation becomes surreal, students are reevaluating the bittersweet ending.
I'm used to, summer, 3 months, and then right back to classes. I just don't want to be like, okay, 3 months, 4, 5, 6, that feeling.
I don't really want to go to school for 4 years and go back to working retail, minimum wage.
Some seniors are struggling with finishing the semester strong, on top of applying for jobs and interviews. According to the National Center for Education, it takes most graduates on average up to 6 months to land their first job. Senioritis has taken over, leaving some zoned out in class.
I feel like I've been so consumed in this semester. That's my number one priority right now, graduating. May be a little laid back, more laid back so than others. I think a lot of people are stressing about it, but I'm just excited to have my degree.
The biggest obstacle most seniors are facing is
Obviously not having a job yet.
No, I don't have a job.
if you have not received a job offer yet, take a deep breath, continue applying for different positions, and remember to always trust your journey. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Brianna. Graduation for MTSU students is set for May 6th in the Murphy Center. Now, TR is going to join us with our first look at weather.
Really nice weather today. As you can see, our awaited storm chances managed to hold off for most of the day as the temperatures remained around the 70s, making it a perfect day to be outside, riding bikes, walking your dog, or just taking a stroll around campus. Many of the other, outdoor activities that you would love to do on a day like this. But as you can see, the clouds have rolled back in as we prepare to see rain in about maybe a half hour or so. As you can see, I already have my raincoat on and my umbrella heavy just in case the sky opens up on me right now as we speak. But the rain is going to start probably around 6 o'clock tonight and last about until midnight or 1 a.m. But then all the rain is going to clear up and get us ready and started for a really nice day tomorrow. There are going to be a lot of cloud coverage around the area tomorrow, but no rain, a lot of sunshine, nice high, mild temperatures tomorrow. But join us here as we come back to take a look at your local radar and your 7-day forecast.
Thank you for joining us for News 3. I'm Janida Hendricks.
And I'm Tiara Draper. We hope you can join us again next Tuesday evening for News 3.
Until next time, Rutherford County.